What's going on, everybody? It's your boy D.Wise, and I'm back with episode 8 of OTV Live. This is the show for the independent creator. So if you are a singer, a songwriter, a mic juggler,
stripper. We never know. Are we gonna have a stripper on here?
I think we're gonna have to. You know what? The abundance of strippers that are now becoming famous is getting real crazy with the Love and Hip Hops and the reality shows. Everybody that used to shake their ass think that it can rhyme or can sing.
I know I'd be on the rise if they came in.
I'm saying, man, I remember you back in the day. Didn't you audition for Magic Mike? Like
no.
Magic Mike size medium? Wasn't that you?
No, they laughed at me.
No, of course.
I put on a Speedo.
Listen, man, you know, there's a couple ladies out there that love, you know, string bean black men.
I'm working out though.
Nah, that's good.
I'm trying.
Trying to get a little weight up?
Trying. Hey, I heard the ladies like that you know that line that's like right on your like pelvic bone?
You talking about the D'Angelo special?
Yeah, I'm trying to get one of those. I'm trying to get one of those by like August
of 2019?
Yes.
Before the Avengers like 8 comes out.
Before the end of the world, baby. That's all I'm saying.
Oh man, what's going on, people? It's Standby Gypsy on the boards. It's me behind the mic talking to you. So we got a lot of stuff going on, man. Our top 10 independent albums. We'll get to those in a minute. Let's talk about what happened over the weekend, man. I did some pretty cool shows, man.
You were out of town, right?
Yeah, man. I did a show in Delaware with New York Edge Music out of Manhattan. We went to Delaware and we did something for one of the colleges down there. It's like a Vegas. It's like a Vegas.
Wait, did you say Vegas as in like
Vegas.
A fake Vegas?
Yeah, it was Vegas. It was Vegas. We did like they had a drop. It had a Vegas drop in the background, like a big poster, you know, with the sign "Welcome to Vegas" and all that. And we did a lot of songs from different artists that have Vegas residencies. So we did some J-Lo, we did some Cher, we did Bruno Mars has a from what
he's in Vegas now?
Yeah, I think he's a limited time only.
I was gonna say he's not over the hill, like he can.
Well, I mean, Vegas is different now. It's not, you know, for Liberace and freaking.
I see.
You know what I mean?
Britney Spears.
Yeah, Britney Spears. We did a little Britney. I think we did one of the cheapest Britney songs ever because she doesn't really sing on it. It was the one with Will I Am.
I don't know.
Bring the action. When you see us in the club, you gotta turn up. Like work.
I probably didn't. It was probably so overly produced. I didn't know it was Britney Spears.
They compressed her voice so much.
Oh man,
it's crazy.
God bless her.
But I did that. And that was Saturday, so that was an all-day thing. I left around like 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning to get down there and, you know, mic check or whatever. And it was cool. We did 2 shows, like 35-minute sets. It was pretty cool. Everybody was dressed like to the nines.
So let me ask you, we were talking about this last week with your guest Justin.
Yeah.
And we were kind of getting
the
on Delaware. Yeah, the co-host at the time. But we were kind of getting on Delaware, saying it was a whole lot of nothing.
Yo, dude, Delaware's. I mean, there's a lot of farmland, but
I was gonna say.
Yo, dude, I drove down there and I was just like, cow, cornfield.
Right, instead of gun store, liquor store, gun store, it was cow.
Well, that's either that's Detroit.
Okay.
Or either Newark, New Jersey.
Okay.
It's church, liquor store, church.
Check cash in place.
Check cash in place. What's the biggest one? What's the blue and yellow one?
I can see
Payomatic.
Payomatic. Yes.
Gun store, liquor store, church.
Payomatic.
Yeah. Yo, Newark, dude, I worked in Newark for about a week. I was like, get me out of here, man. Get me out of here. Literally, I was working security at a spot.
Oh, you were supposed to be the one to help someone if something went wrong.
Yo, dudes walked in, kicked in the glass case, and just stole everything.
I'd have been like, you can have it.
I walked up to the dudes. I grabbed the bag.
Okay.
I tried to do something.
It's more than I would do.
All of a sudden, I just got a 9mm right to the forehead.
Right. Serious?
No, I'm dead serious.
When was this?
Shit, probably about 10, maybe 15 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. Probably, yeah, no, about 15 years ago. Yeah. They put a gun right to my head. And I was like, you can have it. Just go ahead, take it. I'm sure the insurance company will take care of that.
I know. Were there security cameras in there?
Of course they were. They didn't care.
So, well, I guess
two big burly black dudes just came inside and was just like, "Yeah, son, we're gonna take that."
So did you do that trying to protect your job?
What? Me trying to? I thought I could pull it away from him, but I got my grip strength wasn't as
strong as that 9mm to your head?
Yeah, pretty much. My grip strength was not as strong as a bullet to the head. So we're just going to let that go.
Go figure.
Yeah. So we called the police, right, of course, and told them that they had
the actual security.
Yeah. Protect and serve. Yo, great joke from, what was the co-creator of Chappelle Show? What was his, shit?
Oh, Paul Mooney.
Yeah, Neil Brennan.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no. Our guest got it. Of course you did.
Of course you would.
Of course you would. But we're going to introduce her. So, great joke. She was just, he had one-liners. It was called 3 mics. It was one-liners, emotional stuff, and then stand-up.
Okay.
And one of his one-liners was, he was like, I love on the side of a car, on a cop car, it says, protect and serve, in quotes.
Right.
Like it's sarcastic. So
we just say it, period.
Yeah, exactly. To protect and serve, but it's in quotations like to protect and serve.
But my thing is, what document is it quoting it from?
I have no idea, and I don't even want to know.
The thin air document.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
But we called the cops, and they show up, and literally they get out of the cop car, and one of them has a pizza in his hand.
Stop.
No, I'm dead serious.
I believe
it was 2 black cops.
Yeah.
Shout out to Newark. And they get out, and the dude's got a slice in his hand. He's eating it.
Okay.
And I'm like, and he was like, so what happened? And
this is the cop that.
Right.
Oh.
These are the cops that show up in Newark.
Oh.
So then he was just like, so they left, and I was like, yeah, they're gone. And he was like, glad you're all right, man. Glad you're all right. All that.
You Carl Winslow, mother.
Yo, it was crazy. After that, I was just like, yo, my man. I called up to my boss, and I was like, yo, you gotta get me out of here.
Yeah.
Because wait a second. I'll tell you how I got myself into this pickle. I was working in the Bronx, in the South Bronx.
Oh,
and the guys...
That's no treat either.
No, that's not true. I beat up a guy in the South Bronx, too. Dude, I was just having a bad day. And the guy just pushed me a little bit too far. And like we were between 2 cars, and I'm just pounding his head into the concrete.
Wow.
This is shit. I think this is on the Grand Concourse.
This is past the statute of limitation, right? We can talk about this?
Oh, yeah. And I beat the fuck out of it.
All right,
anyway, so the guys from Newark were saying that the guys that worked in the South Bronx, they was like, man, y'all guys are soft, man. Y'all don't deal with what we deal with in Newark.
Right.
And they were like, we're going to trade places for a week.
Oh.
And I was just like, I got this.
Right.
Gun to the head.
You were on your high horse. You just beat the shit out of someone.
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
You was feeling yourself.
I was flexing. All that.
9mm.
Right to the head. But yeah, man. So, damn. Back to Delaware, I guess. So I had that gig. And then Sunday, I had a 80-year-old birthday party to DJ.
80-year-old?
Yeah, 80. The woman was 80 years old.
God bless her.
I think they were from Ecuadorian.
Okay.
So I was playing a lot of salsa.
Okay.
But it was dope. This little woman, I got video. I'll show it to you later.
Please do.
And she was out there. She was getting, and I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Like, so her
like
son and her.
Did it smell like Bengay in the room?
Nah. Yo, dude, everybody that came out was pretty much, her nieces, nephews, kids, grandkids.
Yeah, I kind of wish I went to that party.
Yo, it was in the Bronx.
Okay.
It was cool.
South Bronx?
But nah. Okay. It was in Throgs Neck at the Ice House. You know what that is?
Oh, I do.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was really. So I played. They said, give us something nice to play. And I played Unforgettable, and her son danced to Unforgettable.
Natalie Cole
and Nat King Cole. And he started crying.
Really?
Yeah, and he started breaking down. And then I was like,
right, you got the lump.
The lump was there, and I was like, this is so beautiful.
I did this.
This is so beautiful. So that was that, yeah. And I also did a little corporate gig for, I don't think I should say it.
No.
Okay. It was for a big chain of restaurants.
Okay.
And I did karaoke for those guys.
That's
it was
dope.
like all the employees came and they sang, and we had a projector. It was dope. It was dope. That's cool. So that was the weekend. But let's get to the top independent albums in the country.
Let's do it.
Oh man.
We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we do. But yeah. So, top 10 independent albums in the country this week. Week ending May the 6th. Number 10, returning from last week, Starlight from Bethel Music. You know, praise and worship group or whatever. We talked about him last week, so let's go on.
Okay.
We got number 9, Jason Aldean, popping back up in the top 10.
There he is.
Yeah, man, they don't know.
I think he took it personal. He was no longer on the list.
You know what? It's so crazy. Jason Aldean has a new song out, and it's like spreading like wildfire.
That'll do it.
So now his album is now boosted back up into the top 10.
Good for him.
All right. So number 8, new entry. It's called this. It's an EP. It's called The 7.
Love it.
And it's by Talib Kweli and Styles P. So we were just talking before the show came on.
Yeah.
And you was just like, I had no idea this was coming.
I saw it on Tidal. I saw it the day it came out.
Yeah.
And I had to do a triple take.
Because you was like, Styles P and Talib Kweli.
Right. Because lately I've been in the music. I've been keeping up.
No.
I've been trying to stay abreast. And it was just like, they're like, no, we're not going to tell anyone about it. We're just going to release it. And
I mean,
I thought it was, if you told me it was going to happen, I'd be like, that's a really odd couple. You know what I mean? And I know, obviously in the music industry, everyone's cool, everyone networks, and everyone says, oh, we should do a song together, we should do an album together, or at least a song together.
Yeah.
But a lot of times it never really happens. People are just saying it to say it.
Well, just like Fabulous and Jadakiss was supposed to do an album, the Freddie versus Jason.
Right.
It finally came out.
It did.
It did come out.
But even just a song, and I'm just saying, like, casual conversation. If I'm an artist, you're an artist, we both respect each other, we see each other at an event, we might just say, oh, we should do a song together, just to kind of just say it, and it never happens. But these guys did an album together didn't even promote it. I just think that is a major.
Well, it's an EP. It's an EP, man.
It's more than 2 songs.
Okay.
I'm just saying it's a major project that wasn't expected, and I would have thought that they would have promoted, because I think from a marketing standpoint, and I'm not speaking artistically, it's a very odd couple.
Well, when you have 2 independent artists now in the game, Talib Kweli is always doing shows. He's
Absolutely.
always on tour
and always on Twitter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, listen, man. If that's his springboard, if that's his means of communicating with fans.
I'm teasing because he's made it his passion to go after the trolliest of trolls.
Of course,
on Twitter.
I would love to see Talib Kweli go against, what's that rapper that fucking
young Little Yachty or something?
No. I'm talking about that female rapper that
Young M.A.
No. The dark skinned one that has a problem with everybody. The one that did 212.
Azalea Banks.
Fuck that bitch.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, sorry.
Twice. She's crazy.
With that fucking 9mm from Newark. Fuck that bitch.
Point that over there.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get off topic.
It's
and
okay.
Azalea Banks, I know she's not watching because she's a cunt. Anyway, we're going to keep...
She's too busy killing chickens in a closet.
Yeah. Did you hear about that?
I saw the picture.
She's wild, man.
She's insane.
She's crazy. All right. Number 7. Last week was number 7. It's still number 7.
Okay.
Coming Home, Falling in Reverse. We talked about them last week.
Okay.
So we're going to keep on going. Last week, they weren't on. He wasn't on the charts, but Paving My Way.
Okay.
Hosier, which is.
Oh, I like him.
Yeah, he's dope. I like him too. He's talented.
Yeah. Wasn't it the Grammys, or didn't he get nominated or something? 1 year.
I think so.
I could be wrong.
You know what? Let's look him up.
All right.
I got our guest IMDb page up anyway. So
She's sitting over there on live right now.
yeah, she's like, "Hey everybody." Wait a second. I don't think this is the same. He's a country artist. This guy.
It's a different one.
It's a different guy.
Because the other guy is signed.
Right.
Isn't it?
And I'm thinking. Yes.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Hosier you thinking of has got a Z in his name.
Gotcha.
Right. One letter. Well, he's a country artist. Now, the reason why I didn't listen to this guy because I thought he was the one with the Z in his name.
Right. So you assumed
I didn't.
You knew.
Yeah. I assumed that I knew who he was. That's what happens when you don't do what you're supposed to do. Anyway, sorry. Well, I'm gonna go listen to you, Hosey. I guess it's Hosier. I guess
country.
He's country. Number 5. Last week was number 1. Dropped to number 5. Pure Comedy by Father John Misty, which we already know is not his real name. This is a pseudonym. He's a guitarist, multi-instrumentalist performer. So check him out. Number 4. The Cheese String Incident, and their new album is called Believe.
Okay.
You never heard of this?
Never. Actually, you know what?
Yes, you have.
I want to say I have.
Yeah, you have.
As you said, you haven't heard of them. It triggered something. I want to say I have.
Yeah.
But
I like the band. I love the band.
What kind of music is it again?
It's hard to put them in a category, but definitely alternative style. Like, I don't want to say like.
Just say it.
Yeah, I guess it would be like a electro rock, electric pop, rock hybrid kind of.
Upbeat.
No, they got
Not
different
always.
style songs.
All right.
I like them.
All right. Good
So
stuff.
definitely go check them out. The reason, as we already say, the reason why we don't play clips of the musicians that are on these charts is because they're independent, and you should take the time to go and listen to them. You know, Gypsy and I hear people all the time going on about there's not any good music coming out anymore. There's tons of it, and it's always there. I was watching an interview with Vlad from Vlad TV, and he had one of the guys from Milli Vanilli on.
Okay.
And he was saying, and Vlad made a valid point. He said the major record labels, only 10% of the music that they produce becomes popular. The other 90% of the stuff that they put out fails.
Wow. Fails to the record label, meaning the label won't put it out, or
No, fails as if they don't make a return back on the investment.
oh, I see.
So, I mean, albums that they get put out and they sell 100,000 copies,
Right.
you put 3-4 million behind it, that you don't really make your money back. But yeah, so that's why we tell you to go out and listen to these artists on your own, and come up with your own opinion about them. So number 2 is Moneybag.
3.
Number 3. Oh, sorry, I'm reading the title of the album. Number 3 is Moneybag Yo and Yo Gotti. And they have a little duet album called Too Federal. Okay, number 2. I'm just saying, man. I like Yo Gotti. Wasn't Yo Gotti the one with Down in the DM?
He might have been.
Yeah, that's Down in the DM, Yo Gotti.
I just realized, I'm just getting too old sometimes.
Hey, Moneybag Yo and Yo Gotti. That's number 3, independent album. Number 2, last week was number 2. Back at number 2 is All American Badass by Joey Badass.
Love it. It's a great album. He's
Right.
such a great artist. And I'll be honest, I didn't really catch the Joey Badass wave until this album.
Until this album?
Yeah, I'll be honest.
I've been listening to him.
Yeah. I've recently gone back, and I'm a huge fan now. He's consistent. You hear a lot of artists that they'll do, their party song, their whatever, their tough guy song, and occasionally when it's needed or whatever, they'll do their kind of conscious song.
Right.
He's
100%
conscious, but he can mix it all together all at the same time, and it is who he is. And he's doing this album after album after album after album. He's not just writing the.
If I'm not mistaken, I think I met him.
Okay.
When I was working at Times Square Art Center, and I think he was there with Fred the Godson. I might be wrong.
Okay.
But this was years ago.
Right.
But nobody knew who he was. Just like I did a show with Fresher.
Okay.
You know, and what's his name was there. What's this other the kid designer? The one that did Panda. He was in the building. Like, but nobody know who this guy was. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
And number one.
Number one.
Back at number one. Last week was number 3.
Damn you!
Metallica. Hardwired to Self-Destruct.
I wish
Back
they
at
would
number
self-destruct. No,
I'm just saying. I don't hate Metallica.
Of course not.
I mean, they're a great band. It's just the fact that, geez, like, can you really be that famous and still consider yourself independent? Why? Because you don't have a record label now?
Right. They're legendary. I mean,
they're, and I know they probably distributed through a major record.
That's a good question. I would love to know the answer. Maybe we'll find out later.
I can find out now.
All right.
Hardwired to Self-Destruct.
Because I feel like it almost, and this won't actually happen, but in a way I feel like it would set a precedent for other major artists. And would that flood the real independent market with all these kind of so-called independent artists that are just not signed to major labels that used to be, that have this legendary status, that have, you know, basically unlimited funds.
Right.
You know.
Well, I mean, if they're...
And I guess it really doesn't matter. I mean, we're just talking about a top 10 list. But, you know, I don't know. I want to see someone else at number one.
Yeah, I mean, we did. So it says...
For 1 week.
Yeah, I know. And they're back. And they're back again. I guess
my concern is that it makes the list irrelevant if it just gets flooded with a whole bunch of, you know, used to be signed artists, now not signed, with a shit ton of money.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The album's got great reviews.
I'm sure it's a great album. It's Metallica. Of course it's great.
It hit number one. It hit number one on the Billboard 200 as well.
Okay. Selling
291,000 album equivalent units because nobody sells albums anymore.
No.
And 282,000 were pure album sales.
Okay.
Which
that's good these days.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. $250,000.
Yeah. And they had 9.3. So this is what's crazy about the industry now. The remaining 9,000 units comprise 34,000 song purchases and 9.3 million streams. So you mean to tell me your songs or the album's been streamed 9.3 million times and they only equivalent that to about 9,000 units? Is that not crazy?
It is. There's no value in streaming music to labels and to artists on a financial level.
Yeah,
it gets them the press, and they get, you know, they can become trending, and it gets exposure.
Yeah,
but there's no money in streaming, and there's no.
It looks like that they actually put this album out themselves under the Blackened label.
Okay,
their last album came out on Warner Brothers, and Rick Rubin was the producer.
Okay,
so
sounds good to me.
Well, tonight's show is brought to you by Koi Creative Space. Our intern is about to die over there on the couch. Don't worry, we're not going to make any jokes about you this week. It's fine. So, Koi Creative Space.
Where the hell were you last week?
I was in church. Yeah, he was in church.
See, now you got me
trying to ask the Lord to forgive him for his sins.
For not showing up.
No, not even that. For feeling up on Puerto Rican women.
Oh no!
He loves his Latino women, but Aaron be over there feeling them up.
Was he at the Ecuadorian party?
Yo, listen. Let me tell you something. I went to go pick this brother up. Where was we going? And he was like, "Yo, you can come pick me up at the church." I was like, "Yeah, no doubt."
Yeah.
I go to pull up. He all well dressed.
Right.
He went to go hug this girl.
Yeah.
With a fatty.
Yeah.
Oh, now you want to?
Now it's your girlfriend.
Now she get yeah. So then he go to give her a hug.
Yeah.
His hand is so low. I'm like, ain't this church service?
Right. Even if that was your wife,
I'm literally pulled up and I see him like his hand was just.
With a handful of potatoes.
Yo, listen. If it was 2 inches lower, it would have been in the crack. All up in it.
You need Jesus. More.
About to baptize that boy. Anyway, this Koi Creative Space is located on 169 Mamaroneck Avenue, 2nd floor, White Plains, New York. 10601 is the zip code. Their phone number is 914-428-3195. Check them out. Go take a tour. If you need a space to create, where you want to draw, you want to write a script, you want to, just get away from your mama. You want to just chill out. You want to have a good cup of coffee.
Yes, and tea.
And tea. Go check them out. Lemon. Amongst other things, yes. They got a great leather couch.
I bet you the bathroom is really clean.
Oh, man, it's awesome.
Really clean.
Like, you walk in there, you don't need the shit to put on the seat. It's great.
Right. Put the toilet paper around your hand and
all that.
No, they got a clean bathroom.
So
it smells good in there, too.
So check them out. Go take a tour. Mention OTV Live, and they will give you 20% off of your membership.
Nice.
So check them out. So thank you to Koi for creating the space. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have a guest in the building tonight. That's why we rush through the top 10 independent albums. You know what I'm saying? She is here. She is in the building. We're going to play a clip from her. Yeah, let's pull on this clip, baby.
Let's do it.
Yeah, man. This is one of my favorite jokes.
I'm kind of jealous of kids because they have no filter. They say whatever comes like to their brain, just whatever. It's like the most amazing thing because they don't have a filter until we put it in them, until we tell them what they cannot say. You ever been insulted by a kid? That hurts. Because they'll just walk up to you and they'll be like, "You're ugly," and then walk away like that's cool that just happened. Because when you think about it, it's messed up. That kid isn't saying that to mess with you. He's not thinking he's messing with you. If that kid said that, it's because he genuinely thinks that you're ugly. Like, so ugly he had to stop whatever he was doing and inform you of the situation. Like, he was doing something and he was like, whoa, no, put the Legos away. What the hell is that? What is that? Get it fixed. Get it fixed. I like.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I present to you our guest for this evening, Miss Gina Brillon.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you.
Give him the wave. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. I love you. Thank you.
All right. Miss Gina,
Yes.
how are you?
I'm
a little sick?
I'm a little sick. I'm all stuffy. I feel like I'm trying not to blow snots into the microphone right now.
Oh,
like,
my goodness.
I'm stuffy.
I was trying to get her to do a promo. She was like, "Hi, this is Gina Brillon."
You're like, cut. Let's
just do this again.
OTV.
Watch OTV live tonight. So, your act is, you talk a bunch about yourself. Like, I see a lot of comics that don't do that. Like, they have a persona that they put on, but you've always been genuine and just go out there and you speak about what goes on in your life and things of that nature. So, everyone, I think everybody that knows your comedy knows you're from the Bronx.
Yes. BX. We've been having this conversation in the car. BX, son.
Oh, my goodness.
BX,
So, wait a second. I don't know anything about the upbringing that you had. So, how did you transition from being that cute little girl on the Bronx streets to becoming one of the best female comedians?
Aww.
You know what I'm saying?
Shucks, D.Wise. I don't know. I always liked making people laugh. I was always a goofball. And it helped me out in school. Like, I wasn't a very social kid. I'm not a very social person off stage. I'm really not. I know that surprises everybody. If I know you, I will chill with you. I will have mad fun with you. But if I'm by myself, like I can't be by myself at a party. I won't talk to anybody. I can't be by myself at a social event. I won't talk to anybody. I've always been that way.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I've always been that way. So like,
you always been the bubbly type. Like,
I know, because I know you, and it's weird. People will see it. The comics that have worked with me, like especially when I started working on cruise ships. I worked with Frank Townsend, really funny guy, and Frank picked it up right away. We were hanging out, in the crew area, and I would just sit there and not talk to anybody. Like if Frank wasn't with me or one of the other people I knew, I wouldn't talk to anybody. So it's weird. I know it's weird for people that know me, but like when you see me out, like I won't talk to anybody. I wear headphones. I wear a ball cap. I don't talk to anybody if I don't know you. It's so terrible. And I think it's a form of social anxiety, but comedy always kind of helped me break the ice with people when I was younger. and I fell in love with it at like 14 years old. Like I got what stand-up comedy was, and I knew that that's what I wanted to do. I didn't know how, but I just knew it. Yeah.
So was mommy and daddy funny?
My dad is super funny. Like he's like the dad that's always cracking jokes, and my mom is funny when she doesn't think she's being funny. Like my mom will say something and she'll be dead serious, and it will be the funniest thing to all of her kids because of how she's saying it or what she's talking about. So both of my parents are funny in their own way.
So they don't live in New York anymore?
They don't. They live in Maryland now. They moved out. They moved out of the Bronx. They moved out of the boogie. And they moved to Maryland.
I never got to meet your parents, man.
They're the cutest people in the world. They're the cutest.
And they still together?
Yeah, 55 years. 55 years together.
Whoa.
Yeah.
55?
They're not playing around, son. That they got married when people got married forever.
Yeah, they got married when
marriage really
you
was
stay with me
forever, ever.
So do you have siblings?
I do. There's 5 of us all together.
Whoa.
Well, you've been married for that long, you get bored.
Yo, I've known Gina for like more than 15 years. I didn't even know you had. What?
There's so many conversations me and Derek have had about my childhood.
Clearly, you guys are just Facebook friends.
Yo, dude,
well, you have to understand too. Like for about 7 or 8 of those years, I was in Mexican prison, so I can't. Me and Derek were not allowed to have many conversations.
You may have to clarify that.
We'll clarify that in a second.
Oh
I
my
do
God.
I do have 5 siblings. I have an identical twin sister. How did
Okay,
you?
wait. I knew that. I know you had a twin. I met her before.
Yes,
but I thought it was just your brother and her.
No, I have an identical twin sister, an older sister, and 2 older brothers. A brother I live with, and then another brother that lives in Maryland near my parents.
I've never met. I thought she only.
Do you know this woman?
No, seriously, I don't. I thought she only
really know me.
I only knew of her brother, and then her sister, and I was just like, she's from a small family. 5 kids. 5 kids. Well,
meanwhile, the reunion's crazy.
I know, right?
It is. We are all funny too. Like all of us. Like when you get us together, we all crack jokes, and it's the best.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Okay. So when did you? So you knew young that you wanted to be a comedian?
Yeah, I was. I remember I was trying to watch a scary movie on my parents' television. I was 14 years old, and I was watching Nightmare on Elm Street, and I wasn't allowed to watch scary movies. So I heard my mom coming up the stairs, and I switched the channel. And I switched it, and Brett Butler was doing her first, actually her second Showtime special. Brett Butler, you remember her?
No, hell
Grace
yeah.
Under Fire.
Grace Under Fire was a great show.
And so I saw her second stand-up special. I know, and I thought she was hilarious, and I was like, I don't know what this is, but I want to do it. I had no idea really what stand-up comedy was at that point.
Okay.
Because the only thing you see on Latino TV is like if you saw any kind of female, she was either scantily clad or dressed like a clown, and that's what I saw.
Oh my gosh.
So for me to see a woman on stage, funny, beautiful, smart, like I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to do that thing. And so I became obsessed with stand up, and I started watching everything. I could.
So that was your
that was
forward.
it, and I knew it.
Yeah, that was you was in it.
Yeah, it's crazy when I think about it because I was so young, and I just knew right then and there. I was like, I have to do this.
So there was 2 things that I wanted to talk to you about.
Yes.
It was pre Rosie Perez, post Rosie Perez. Now,
okay,
she took a break.
Okay, wait. So pre Rosie Perez, you didn't see the Latino women that were in film and in television were very, very hidden. Like they try to make them into Italian women.
Or they would cast, cast non-Latino women to play Latino women.
Right. Or either the Latino women that were in movies and film, they put them in the part to make them look like, they're Italian.
They could be anything.
Yeah, they could be anything.
Right.
So then when Rosie Perez came out, right? They try to cast every Latino actress with the, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, and I watched, Jennifer Lopez was in a show called South Central.
I remember that show.
Oh,
Right.
my
Lorenz Tate.
goodness.
It was
Lorenz
only
Tate,
like
right?
one. Yeah, Lorenz Tate.
I went to
it was
a
only.
taping
It was
of
only
her
one.
first big acting role was South
and
Central.
and she was the girl she was the bag girl or whatever. She worked in
the grocery store.
The grocery store.
Wow.
And she was doing Rosie Perez.
Wow.
She also does it in the Janet Jackson video that she's in. And why do you think that is? Because J-Lo did what she had to do to survive.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm going to get these acting roles and I'm going to do this. And props to her because at that time, that's what they were casting.
Yeah. Okay.
You know?
All right.
I can't, fault her for how the industry was geared at that point.
Right.
You know?
Because when Rosie got a nomination, she got an Oscar nomination, I think.
For White Men?
No, for Fearless.
Oh, okay.
No, it might have been a Golden Globe.
Okay.
It was a movie with Jeff Bridges. It was called Fearless. I think her baby died in a car crash.
Okay.
She was amazing in that film.
She's a great actress. Like,
Yeah.
people don't give her credit for it. She's a great actress.
Right. So you answered my question 10 times over already. Now, the other point that I wanted to make was the moniker before. They talk about it if it's a male comedian, it's called comedian. So the word is not comedian.
Okay.
And I'm just like,
Oh, boy.
why do you need to differentiate?
We don't. It's so insane that people do that. Like, you don't need, we're all, especially female comics, we're constantly in this battle. We're just comics, man. We're just comics. Stop trying to differentiate us. It's like the battle we go through whenever we're on a show. I'm usually one of the only females on the show to this day, still.
Listen,
it would always be like,
that.
hey, there's a lady coming to the stage.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the guy doing the show, like, there's a woman. No, oh my God, there's a female comic coming to the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a vagina in the building.
Right. And my thing is, the term comedian doesn't have a gender. It's not like fireman, policeman.
It
doesn't have a gender.
Yeah.
It's one of those battles that I don't know who started it, but we're so over it.
Yeah.
I was on her YouTube page, right? Mm-hmm. And okay, so I hate name dropping, but you have worked with Gabriel Iglesias.
Yes, I have,
You were in the Fluffy movie.
True.
Okay.
All of this is true.
So now
I love Fluffy.
Yeah, no. He's hilarious, man. I remember when he was on. I remember the first time I saw him was on the Apollo. Like, this was years ago. I'm talking about Showtime and Apollo.
Like 10 years ago or something.
No, more than that.
Really?
I saw Gabriel Iglesias like when Steve Harvey was hosting it the first time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jinky.
Yeah, man. I remember he did this joke about him being on the roller coaster where he equated how big he was by how many clicks he got.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
Oh my gosh, I remember that.
Yes,
Right.
totally.
And he was like, two clicks?
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, I'm good. Like, so, but I'm looking on your YouTube page, and it was like, oh, I saw Gabriel Iglesias special or whatever, and he was like, it's so great to see a new comedian, and I'm just like, yo, son, she's been out for like shit forever. Like, where the hell have you been? But now it's just that, okay, so you have a male comedian that is put. So now you have to equate one with the other. I'm just like, yo, you guys are.
It's never gonna, like, if that happens to every artist that I know, that like all of a sudden is an overnight success,
Right?
And it's like, nah, this person's been in the game for over a decade, and it's just now that you're taking notice of them. But there are people that were like loyal fans.
How much
always.
do you think of that? Do you think is marketing? Because we all like to think that someone just came out of nowhere.
I think part of it, the industry loves to, kind of be the person that puts your name out there. Like, whenever you start getting big and mainstream,
they want to be responsible for it.
Of course, everybody does. Like, I mean, all of a sudden, every club thought you were the funniest comic. Every place was your second home. Like, every club becomes like that once you get on. Just like, when you're a musician, everybody that you ever performed for, I knew that person was gonna make it.
I knew.
That's exactly how the industry is now. It's
like, I saw Kevin Hart hosting at freaking Stand Up New York. This was years ago.
Yeah.
And he was just the host. Like, literally, I'm sitting there and I'm just like, yo, this dude is funny.
Yeah.
I was like, I like this guy.
Yeah.
And he was just the host.
You're doing this right now. You're doing it. What you just said. I knew he was going to make it. He was the funniest guy.
Well,
But I didn't say I knew he was going to make it. I'm just saying I saw him at Stand Up New York hosting. Like, not like, I don't think people understand. Me working at a comedy club for, like, what, 2 years maybe? 2.5? You do not understand the grind that a comedian has to go through. Making it to places. They got to go uptown, stand up New York, or 79 or 70-something street, and then they got to make it down to the, you know, the cellar, or they got to, like, you got to do at least like 4 or 5, and we're talking about they have to do 4 or 5 gigs a night just to even freaking live.
Yeah.
Right. Just to eat.
Just to eat, bro.
And people never understand it. I think the hardest part for comedians is maintaining any kind of relationship with anybody.
Forget about a romantic.
Forget about a romantic relationship. Maintaining your family relationships, because it's like, no, I can't go to my cousin's birthday party. I have a show to do tonight. No, I can't do this. And people never understand.
They don't get it. Trust me.
The importance of that.
I've been hosting karaoke since 1999.
Wow.
And I sing with bands. So I have missed so much stuff. Birthday parties. Stuff. Literally, I'm like, I can't. Like, my son's mother, who's probably watching right now. Hi, Naya. She, hey. So she just asked me today. She was just like, well, what are you doing the 27th? I want to take Lennox to the museum. And I'm like, I got a wedding.
Yeah, it's like one of those
it's
things,
just one of those things. Being an independent artist, like being your own boss, is like, people be like, oh, you can do whatever you want.
Wrong.
You can come wrong.
Yeah, no.
We got to work more than people think, because, okay, you only work 4 hours, or you're only working on stage for 20 minutes or 30 minutes. That they don't understand prep time.
Nope.
They don't understand writing. They have no idea what it takes to put shows together, to do a whole set. They have no idea how hard it is.
People don't see the preparation before you get to that hour set or that 20-minute set or that whatever you're doing as a comic. They don't see the preparation, the emails that you had to send to even get that work, the waking up early. Like, some comics will be like, yo, my day starts at noon. That is a bunch of crap. Your day is never ending.
I feel like every comic says, yeah, I wake up at like 4 p.m. and just roll out of bed.
Nope. Don't happen like that.
Nope, not the ones that are on top. Ask Kevin Hart what time he gets up.
Yeah, he looks like he wakes up at like 3 a.m.
The guys that are on top are the guys that treated this like it needs to be treated. Like, you are a one-person business, which means it all comes down to you and your work ethic. I mean, between, watching Gabriel when I was touring with him and just getting to know Gabriel, his work ethic is insane. Like, I thought I had a good work ethic.
You thought you knew.
You thought your shit was...
And I was like,
yo, I'm on it.
He is a 24-hour
machine.
Like,
Can you give an
working.
example of his work ethic?
He tours 42 weeks out of the year.
Wow.
He is on the road. Can I explain to you, like, there's times when we text each other, I'm like, where are you? Like, where are you right now? Because, and half the time, he's not in California. Like, he's traveling all the time. And when he is home in California, it's literally like, oh, I'm home for 2 days. Oh, I'm home for 3 days. And while he's there, oh, I'm going to check the merchandise. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm filming this. I'm doing, like, it's nonstop.
Yeah. It's the grind. Listen, okay, you know what? I'm going to do this.
Okay.
I'm on Gina's IMDb page.
Okay.
To show you the grind. I'm only going to go back from today back to 2010.
Okay.
That's it.
7 years.
7 years. And you got to see the grind. Kevin Can Wait.
Yes.
With Kevin James on CBS.
Yes, he.
The Fluffy movie, Unity Through Laughter. Right? She's been on Howie Mandel's All-Star Comedy Gala.
Yeah.
Late Night with Seth Meyers. The White Guy Talk Show. The Queen Latifah Show.
Oh, shit.
The View.
Oh.
Chelsea Lately.
Oh.
Gotham Comedy Live.
Yeah.
Comedy.tv.
Okay.
Latino 101. And that's only from 2010 to today.
And that doesn't count all the road stuff and
Right.
all the in-between. I'm listening to you, like, talk about my resume. I'm like, hey, man, I have done a lot of work.
Right.
Hey, man, I didn't realize I did all that stuff.
People like me.
You never get to take a chance to, like, step back and really enjoy, like, what you're doing. Like, that's what my therapist tells me, that I never get to enjoy anything, because in the middle of working on one project, I'm like, okay, so what's the next thing? Okay, so we did that. When do we move on to the next thing?
Right.
You know? And that's
You're
because
smart enough. You're good enough. and talk on it.
People like you. I have to tell myself that all the time.
Oh man.
It's a crazy grind. It really is. It's never ending.
Jeez, man.
And the second there's a slowdown period, that's when you start to panic. That's when you start to really
all the time.
panic.
Yeah. Like when rent is due, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go do another show.
Yeah.
Like, somebody gotta call me up and be like,
and we get married.
You have like a couple days off, and you're like, oh my god,
dude, like people, they'd be like, "Oh, you're a working musician. It must feel great." Yeah, when I'm on that stage and I'm doing what I love to do, it feels great. It feels awesome. As soon as I get off that stage and I'm like, reality starts setting in. Like, damn, I'm gonna be short this week.
Right.
Who can I call again? Let me $100.
Right.
Like,
and it's not all a cakewalk. Like we've all done some
man.
shows. I did a show a couple days ago that I was like, oh, I have my hair. The
Right.
mic cut out at the beginning of the show.
Ooh,
Somebody
yeah.
had to go get me another mic. They weren't even really listening. People were just not caring. And it's like you go through all that, and then you'll do a show where it's like amazing.
Right.
And it's those ups and downs that, I mean, the lifestyle is so hectic and so crazy. Like, it's not until you get to the point where, like, and even still, for some of these guys, even guys like Gabriel, I'm sure have their nights where it was like, man, I wasn't on point to himself, you know, because we're our own worst critics. But until you get to that point where you're selling out theaters and people are there to see you, every show is a toss-up. You don't know how it's going to go.
you have no idea.
No, you don't. You don't know if they're going to like you, if they're going to listen, if they're going to stick around. I did a college show for 7 kids a month ago. 7 kids showed up for this show, and 2 of them left in the middle of my set to go to a party.
How big was the venue?
It was in their like little like performance area, and it probably sat, I want to say it sat about 100.
Oh shit.
And like it doesn't matter
like
unless it was a 7-person theater. It doesn't matter. Like you're gonna notice when it's just 7 people. And the kids felt bad, and I was like, this is exactly why it's always a toss up. You never know.
Yeah, but at the same time, with 5 people there, I know you probably rocked that shit.
Oh, I had fun.
Yeah, you talking to them, be like, yo,
You can pick on them.
yeah,
At
yeah.
that
of course.
point, it's you just have fun.
Yeah, pretty
know.
much. Yeah. So, have you ever bombed on stage?
Oh, good Lord, yes. Oh gosh, yes. So many
I gotta
times.
ask every comic that because it always happens that.
This is the infamous bombing story for me. The most famous bombing story I have.
Wait, hold on.
You got bombs over there? What you got?
Oh my goodness. This is my testimony.
Oh,
Praise the Lord.
man.
Praise the Lord, brothers and sisters. I was in Connecticut. I was performing in Hartford, Connecticut. And I get to the venue. First of all, it's a club that they've made into a comedy club for the night. Of course, the patrons are thrilled when they walk in expecting a dance club to be told that there's a comedy show going on. So they all sit down. There's still a DJ booth on the stage with a DJ behind it, you know, spinning some music with a giant Puerto Rican flag draped over the DJ booth. And I'm like, this is going to be awful.
Oh,
They haven't they're not even setting it up to be successful for a comedy show. Now, mind you, at this time, I was still really new. So I probably had about 5 funny minutes, and I was supposed to do 15.
Ouch.
So
Every minute after that. She's looking for the light. What is that? The light?
Yeah, I was waiting desperately for it. I did good for 5 minutes, and then by minute 6, I started bombing really bad.
Ooh.
And then by minute 7, people were talking amongst themselves.
Ouch.
And by minute 8, they were shouting out other job professions I should have chosen.
Oh!
They were yelling things out like, you'd have made a good nurse. Or,
See, that's bad when the crowd is funnier than you are.
oh my gosh. I didn't know what to say. Finally, they take me off stage. And what was even worse was that it was being broadcast live on Connecticut radio. So I was like, oh no. I called my twin sister, and I was like, I'm never doing comedy again.
No.
How long had you been doing comedy up until that point?
I think I was 2 years in, maybe, or like a year in. And because I was still relatively new to comedy, and I was just, it was awful.
Shit.
So is that like a gut check? How did you like lick your wounds? Like how did you recover? How did you deal with that?
You just get back on stage. Like really, that's all you can do is you get back up on stage and you hope that the next show is better. Like as much as I told myself I wasn't going to get on stage after that, the very next night I was, trying to get a spot.
Right.
It becomes a thing where you're as good as your last set. So I couldn't let that be the last one. So I had to get back on stage.
Well, we're going to play another one of your sets. I think this is from Gotham, actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I love this one. It's
Gotham's
hilarious.
my home club.
Yeah, so enjoy a little comedy from Gina Brillon. We'll be back in a second.
That feels so good. I'm so needy. I think every woman would do that. Like if you could walk in a room and just be like, oh my God, Karen's here. Oh my God.
Oh, my bad.
You guys look nice. I'm so excited to be here. I'm a native New Yorker. I know some of you are visiting. Thank you. Thank you. I am born and raised in the Bronx, New York, which is, you've heard of it. For those of you who haven't been, you should go visit. I didn't say stay. I said visit. Just go, get off the train, look around, and then immediately get back on the train. I'm kidding. Ladies, if you want to boost your self-esteem, please go to the Bronx. Yes, they love anything. I'm serious. They love anything even remotely female if you go over there. Yeah, you could put a dress on a mop and they'd be like, who's the girl with the dreadlocks? Damn, girl, you skinny but you cute. What your name is? Ooh, girl, you smell like ammonia. She'd be like, that is my name, Ammonia. Some of you have been to the ghetto. Every girl I grew up with, and I grew up in the South Bronx, a very Latino neighborhood. I am Latina and Puerto Rican, by the way. Thank you. I know it's hard to tell because I'm not wearing a flag or a baby, but I am in fact. You guys are racist for laughing, but that's okay. It's fine. We were all on the same page on that one.
Yo. So that's a little comedy from our guest, Gina Brillon. That's her. Yeah, man. So, yo. So what's in it for the future? I mean, you told me it wasn't happening, but
Well, one thing I told Derek not to mention.
Nah, I'm just playing. I'm just fucking around. But you have done some stuff with major networks.
Yes, I have.
You won the what was it? The NBC
Stand Up for Diversity.
Stand Up for Diversity.
Me and John Laster, we won the same year, and I was sure John had it. John is one of the most funny people I've ever worked with, and I was sure John had it in the bag, and I was like, I was like, he deserves it. He's absolutely hilarious. And then they said they couldn't decide between the both of us.
So they gave both.
So they gave both of us the.
Did they
win.
put you on a tour?
They did. They put me on a college tour, and I was in a holding deal with NBC for a while, which just meant a lot of meetings, a lot of casting meetings.
Yeah.
I did get to audition for Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
During that
That's
time.
What's up.
I knew it wasn't gonna be a right fit for me because I don't do enough. I don't do any
impressions
or anything, and I knew it wasn't a good fit, but it was cool to like audition.
No, of course.
Does Saturday Night Live, and forgive my ignorance, has it had
they have
a Latina?
I think they have one.
They have one now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was it like last week they hired her?
Yeah. I mean, what's the guy that just left or they fired him or something?
The brother.
Not Carl. No, that's.
Was it Jay Farrell? Did
Jay
Farrell left?
Yeah, he's gone.
He's gone.
I didn't know
He's
that.
gone. Yeah, you gotta
We had
watch
a
his
sister on Hangover.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's a singer. Actually, get her on. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, we talk about that. Yeah, he was just like, he wasn't trying to kiss anybody's ass or, you know what I'm saying? Like when it comes down, you got to be very political
I know Michael Che. He still gets
Michael
it,
Che is just.
Is he going
he's
to?
an amazing person. No,
No,
he's
I
still
don't
there.
think-
I think
yeah.
he's head writer actually.
Oh, Che is the head writer now. Yeah,
I think so. I mean, don't
Yeah,
quote
because he
me,
just
but
did a commercial with.
I loved his Netflix special. Like you talked about, like if you get to see his special, like it's
he's
so good.
Yo, he kills it. Michael Che just did a commercial with the. She was on Saturday Night Live. The one that did.
Tina Fey.
Tina
Yeah,
Fey.
he just did-
The American
he
Express
just-
commercial.
Gotcha.
So when I saw that, I was like, "Ooh, your stock going up." You doing commercials now? You doing corporate commercials
With Tina Fey.
With Tina Fey. Yeah.
Tina got you up on that commercial?
That's right.
Or did they put you in there like, Tina, you need some...
Yeah, you need a brother.
You need a young blood. You need young blood in there. But
Yeah.
because she left as the... I mean, when she left, she was head writer.
Right.
So I think he's head writer now.
So now they...
Which is
yeah,
amazing.
Yeah, of course.
And I think he's so funny. But he's been funny. Like, I mean, if you get a chance to see his Facebook page, the way that he suns out his haters makes me laugh so
my
much.
gosh.
Because we all want to do that. Like, you all get hate. Doesn't matter
No,
what
of
level
course.
you're at.
Yeah.
You're
It's
gonna
always...
get hate.
Doesn't matter.
And he
Doesn't
gets
matter.
hate for every single thing he does, whether it's a sketch that had nothing to do with him or something that he
Yeah.
says in comedy. And it's just like, freedom of speech really bothers you, doesn't it, when somebody says something you don't like?
Right. When it comes down to it, man, we're in this business now, and it's going to get harder for us, especially with social media and everybody having a voice.
Truth.
You know what I mean? It's yeah, I don't know. But let's get to our 5 indie questions with
do it.
Gina Brillon.
Questions. They love questions.
Yeah.
I love questions.
All right. So number 1, what does being an independent artist mean to you?
It means freedom, creative freedom.
Okay.
The ability to do what I want with my talent.
Okay.
You know.
There we go. Number 2, would you sign with a major conglomerate? Because you've done work with NBC, you've done work with CBS. Would you take it if it was offered?
It would depend. I would be smart about it.
Okay.
You have to pay attention to the deal you're given. You have to learn how to read contracts. You have to learn legally what your rights will be in that situation. When we did my special, one of the reasons why we did it with Nouveau was because I was given the rights to all of my material so that they would not own it. I was also given 50% rights on anything involving the project. And you have to make sure that when you're making a deal with any network, with any big network, you're really reading between the lines and getting a lawyer to look at the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, be smart about it. I'm not saying don't do it because you could miss a big opportunity.
Yeah, of course.
And you wouldn't want to do that. You don't want to be your own worst enemy in that way. But be very careful and know who you're getting in bed with.
Yeah, you got to be diligent.
Absolutely.
You have to be diligent when it comes down to it. All right, number 3. What are who are some of your comedy influences?
Ooh. First at bat is going to be Brett Butler. The reason why I started comedy, I mean, I saw her first.
Is she still getting it?
I think so. Not as much. But I mean, I haven't heard much from her in years, so I don't really know if she's just doing it. She really was, always was. And through her is when I discovered George Carlin and became one of the biggest George Carlin fans ever. So
course.
George Carlin is there. Eddie Izzard, who's an English comic and hilarious. I mean, I like so many different comics. I'm a fan of Chappelle. I love Chappelle. I think he's just absolutely brilliant. I'm trying to like list everybody. Kathleen Madigan, who is another female comic. She's so funny. Gosh, there's so many. Like those are gonna be my top. Just a few of my top
picks.
people. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Number 4. If you were offered a deal outside of the comedy world, let's say they wanted to brand you something else other than being a comedian, but the money's there, everything that you ever wanted financially is there, and you're going to be good. Would you take it? Like, you have to leave comedy out of the equation
altogether.
Yeah, you can't use the money to buy a comedy club and then just do comedy.
Would you take it?
Ooh.
Like,
nah.
Okay.
I can't.
So if
I can't.
CoverGirl came and gave you a contract and was like,
Nope.
we want you to be your Latina, you're going to model everywhere from Prague to Paris to.
I'd be like, you could say stand-up comedian / model. That's what you can say in everything you do.
Okay.
And if
All right.
not
So
that-
that's out then.
Yeah, I
All
didn't.
right.
I didn't put in 10 years or now actually 20 years officially in
Oh,
comedy
shit.
to be told I can't be labeled a comedian. Nah, son.
Yeah, that's a long time. There we go. And number 5, what is your end game?
The end game is to retire to a nice, like little,
Nice home in Florida.
well, yeah, like a
Yeah.
a nice little cabin somewhere with my husband and like enjoy life. I want to have a lot of things under my belt before I say goodbye to the industry. You know, I'd like to have a TV show. I'd like to do movies. I'd like to tour more.
You'd be great. Yo, you'd be great in film, yo.
I would love to, yeah. You know, and we'll see what the future holds, but the end game is to have a lot more notches on my belt in terms of what I've done in the industry before I walk away happy.
Right.
I don't need to be the person that can't walk down the street because everybody recognizes them, but I need to check things off of my checklist before I say bye.
Like, I really appreciate you even coming in and doing the show because
For D.Wise.
No, but it's called On the Verge. You ain't on the verge. You already got it, baby.
D.Wise
Like,
had me feature on a song for him.
yo,
And I felt so special.
you remember my song On My Way?
I do.
The nice woman that's talking, that's Gina.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's Gina.
Fun fact.
Fun fact is, there's a little bit of talking, there's a little bit of
Singing?
there's
Yeah,
a
she
little
sang
bit.
background on there.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
I was so honored when D asked me to do it. I was like, what? Me? Moi? I feel so special.
Yeah, man. Yo, listen, seriously, man. If it wasn't for her, damn, I got some opportunities. Got some really big opportunities. I really appreciate it.
D, we look out for each other.
Yeah, we go back like car seats. You know what it is. So, let everybody know where people can find you.
You guys can find me on social media. It's Gina Brillon for pretty much everything except for Instagram, which is G Brillon. The website is GinaBrillonComedy.com.
And that's BRILLON.
Nice job. Yes, it is. It's like Brillo with an N, so just BRILLON.
Jesus Christ.
Even if you mispronounce it or like even if you misspell it in Google will be like, oh, I know who you mean.
Right.
And it'll fix it for
Before
you.
we go, Brillon, is that like a Spanish name or what?
It's Brillon if you know how to like roll your L's.
Brillon.
But like I always tell people because it sounds French, and I'm sure there's French somewhere in the lineage.
I thought it was Italian.
Brillon.
Yeah, there's also Italian in my lineage too. So it's
okay.
like
All right.
I'm mad crazy mixed, but it's like 85%, 90% Puerto Rican, and then everything else is like it's like such a small percentage of Italian and French that it's like I'm Puerto Rican.
Yeah. I got you.
It's like, hey, let's not go to ancestry.com and try to figure this out. I'm Puerto Rican.
I'm thinking about going to Ancestry.com.
Why not?
It would be interesting.
I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know what was back then, man.
Right? That'd be
No,
scary.
Gypsy, I know you. You probably got Native American in your family.
My grandma's side.
Yeah?
She's from Florida, so
Got
I think
that
she got
good-
some Seminole.
Got that good skin tone.
Yeah, she got
You're
that
so
good.
stupid.
She got that good.
So stupid.
Yo, look at his skin. He got that good skin tone. I'm light skinned.
True.
You ain't light skinned.
I'm lighter than you.
We gotta go.
All right. You can find me. You can find me at
There's
Mr.
no time
D.
for this debate right now.
You can find me at Mr. D.Wise on Twitter. Oh man.
No, keep going. Keep going.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just
I'm just
Playing
playing
you
the
out.
music. I'm just playing
Oh,
the
all
music.
right. Well, you can find me at Mr. D.Wise on Twitter. You can find me Mr. D.Wise on Instagram and check me out. Check OTV Live. And check me out. My music's coming out. So check me out, man. We here.
All right, that's what's up.
Yeah. Catch you later.
Peace.